It was interesting when ESPN MMA put out a list of the best and most influential women's MMA fighters over the past several decades. There seemed to be an interesting person missing from the list. This is the tweet from ESPN MMA. Champions, trailblazers, Hall of Famers, and icons. From Amanda Nunes to Ronda Rousey, these stars shattered stereotypes and elevated women's MMA to unprecedented heights in the 21st centuries. And if you're talking about trailblazers and people that elevated women in MMA, I can think of one name, somebody I've met a couple times, that would actually probably have to be part of that list, and that's probably Gina Carano. Not because she's been relevant in MMA the past 15 years or 10 years, but because she was one of the trailblazers that made people pay attention to women's MMA in the very first place, right? In her lead up and run before she got beat by Chris Cyborg, who we all know everything, all the accusations about Chris Cyborg, not just accusations, what happened with her tests. But, here's your list. Amanda Nunes is right there. Chris Cyborg happens to be in there. Ronda Rousey, Valentina, who's had a great run over the past several years. Joanna's in there as well. She had a great run. Rose Namajunas. I've got a signed picture of Rose Namajunas downstairs. Rose Namajunas. Zhang Wei Li is there. Misha Tate. Right? I think a lot of these people deserving. Now, listen, I got to be honest. I don't know anything about this bitch. Megumi Fuji. Don't know anything about her. Holly Holm. 100% understand why Holly Holm would be on this list. But there's one person who wasn't, and it was Gina Carano. And even Dana White himself chimed in on this. Again, ESPN and UFC have a partnership. And Dana White is calling this shit out. Gina Carano not being on this list is insane. And this is Gina's response. You think ESPN MMA does not have qualified journalists who know real WMMA history? Or are they trying to rewrite history by keeping me out of it? Even Dana White called them out. No, they won't be rewriting my history. If anything, they're writing themselves into mine. When I get through this, I think jaws will drop. Thank you, everyone, for the support.
Wow.
And she shares a couple things. And Ronda Rousey famously said one of the only people she'd come back to fight was Gina, if Gina would come back. I do wonder, I think there might be a chance we do potentially see, maybe we haven't seen the last of Gina Carano fighting. I don't know. Maybe there's something that could happen in the future. But now ESPN MMA got fucking destroyed on this. They're getting ratioed. And, is this because they genuinely didn't think Gina Carano deserved to be on this list? Is this because ESPN is owned by Disney, who currently has a lawsuit with Gina Carano right now? I don't know. But I love the clapback from Gina, and I love that Dana White has her back too.
Yep. And I think 100% that is why she was left out. It's because of the whole Disney thing, and Disney owns ESPN. 100% that's the reason. There's no other reason why she wouldn't be included in this list.
Yeah, I think it has to be. When you're talking about the people who have helped boost it to new heights, a literal trailblazer when you're talking about that. Now, if you want to talk about who would win this fight or this fight or this fight, whatever. But if you're talking about influential people, and that's what this list is supposed to be about, especially when you got a little bit further down, like not having her on there is ridiculous. And I'm glad she called this shit out. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as time goes on.
Yep.